somewhere beneath the surface of everything I thought I understood, like light slowly filtering through a space I forgot existed. I don't open my eyes all at once. I let the feeling arrive gradually, without forcing clarity, without needing to define what this moment is. There's a warmth that moves quietly through my chest, not overwhelming, not urgent, just steady and calm, reminding me that I am here, that I have always been here. Even when I felt lost, even when everything felt distant and unclear, I let the breath guide me deeper into that awareness. Each inhale opening something, each exhale releasing something I didn't know. I was holding on to, there's no need to rush this process, no need to become anything different. I am already in the middle of something gentle, something real, something unfolding in its own time. And as this awakening continues, I begin to feel the edges of myself soften into something more open, something more at ease, something quietly alive. This awakening begins somewhere beneath the surface of everything I thought I understood, like light slowly filtering through a space I forgot existed. I don't open my eyes all at once. I let the feeling arrive gradually, without forcing clarity, without needing to define what this moment is. There's a warmth that moves quietly through my chest. each exhale, releasing something I didn't know I was holding on to. There's no need to rush this process, no need to become anything different. I am already in the middle of something gentle, something real, something unfolding in its own time. And as this awakening continues, I begin to feel the edges of myself soften into something more open, something more at ease, something quietly alive. There's a calm within me that doesn't depend on what happens around me. It doesn't rise or fall with the noise or the movement of the world. It stays steady beneath everything like a quiet foundation I can return to whenever I remember it exists. I used to search for peace outside of myself, in places, in people, in moments that never lasted as long as I needed them to. But now I begin to understand that it was always here waiting patiently beneath layers of thought and tension and expectation. I close my eyes and feel it more clearly. A stillness that doesn't need to be created, it only needs to be noticed and allowed. And as I sit with it, I feel everything else begin to settle into place. Not perfectly, not completely, but enough to breathe, enough to be enough to simply exist without needing to fix or change anything. There's a calm change anything. I let it flow without resistance, without trying to hold or control the movement of what passes through me. Feelings rise and fall like waves that don't need explanation. They come, they exist, they move on. And I allow that rhythm to happen without interruption, without judgment. I used to hold on to everything, try and make sense of it, trying to keep it from slipping away. But now I understand that the more I hold, the heavier it becomes, and the less I feel the truth of it. So I open my hands, I soften my thoughts, I let the current carry what needs to move. And in that release I find something unexpected, not emptiness but space, not loss but lightness, a gentle freedom that comes from trusting the process, trusting that everything has its own time, its own path, its own way of unfolding. And as I continue to let it flow, I realize I don't need to force anything. I only need to stay open to what is already moving through me. I let it flow without resistance, without trying to hold or control the movement of what passes through me. Feelings rise and fall like waves that don't need explanation. They come, they exist, they move on. And I allow that rhythm to happen without interruption, without judgment. I used to hold on to everything, trying to make sense of it, trying to keep it from slipping away. But now I understand that the more I hold, the heavier it becomes, and the less I feel the truth of it. So I open my hands, I soften my thoughts, I let the current in something unexpected. Not emptiness, but space, not a loss, but lightness. A gentle freedom that comes from trusting the process, trusting that everything has its own time, its own path, its own way of unfolding. And as I continue to let it fly, anything, I only need to stay open to what is already moving through me. Warm light surrounds me, softly like the first feeling of comfort. After a long, uncertain night, it doesn't demand attention, it simply exists, illuminating what needs to be seen. Without overwhelming what needs to rest, I move slowly within it, allowing its warmth to reach places I had kept hidden places I thought needed to stay closed, but the light doesn't judge it, doesn't question, it only touches gently, bringing a sense of ease into spaces that once felt heavy and closed. I begin to feel safe enough to open, to allow, to trust that this warmth is not temporary, not fragile, but steady and real. And as it continues to grow, I feel something inside me respond, not with fear, but with quiet acceptance, a readiness to receive what is already here, a readiness to be seen by myself without resistance. And in that light I find something simple, something clear, something that reminds me I am allowed to feel this warmth, I am allowed to stay in it. surrounds me softly, like the first feeling of comfort after a long uncertain night. It doesn't demand attention, it simply exists, illuminating what needs to be seen, without overwhelming what needs to rest. I move slowly within it, allowing its warmth to reach places I had kept hidden, places I thought needed to stay close. But the light doesn't judge it, doesn't question it, only touches gently, bringing a sense of ease into spaces that once felt heavy and close. I begin to feel safe enough to open, to allow, to trust that this warmth is not temporary, not fragile, but steady and real. And as it continues to grow, I feel something inside me respond, not with fear, but with quiet acceptance, a readiness to receive what is already here, a readiness to be seen by myself without resistance. And in that light, I find something simple, something clear, something that reminds me I am allowed to feel this warmth. I am allowed to stay in it. The air feels different, here softer, lighter, as if it carries something I didn't realize I needed. I breathe it in, slowly letting it move through me, without rushing, without expectation. Each inhale brings a sense of quiet renewal. Each exhale releases something old, something that no one needs to stay. There is no effort in this process, no struggle just a gentle exchange between what I take in and what I let go. I begin to notice how natural it feels, how simple healing can be when I stop trying to control it, when I allow it to happen in its own time, in its own way. The air doesn't force change, it invites it. It creates space for it. Continue to breathe, I feel that space expand within me, making room for something new, something softer, something more aligned with who I am becoming. And in that quiet rhythm of breath, I find a steady sense of calm, a quiet understanding that I am already in the process of healing, even when I don't see it. The air feels different here, softer, lighter, as if it carries something I didn't realize I needed. I breathe it in slowly, letting it move through me without rushing, without expectation. Each inhale brings a sense of quiet renewal. Each exhale releases something old, something that no longer needs to stay. There is no effort in this process. Just a gentle exchange between what I take in and what I let go. I begin to notice how natural it feels, how simple healing can be when I stop trying to control it, when I allow it to happen in its own time, in its own way. The air doesn't force change, it invites it, it creates space for it. And as I continue to breathe, I feel that space expand within me, making room for something new, something softer, something more aligned with who I am becoming. And in that quiet rhythm of breath, I find a steady sense of calm, a quiet understanding that I am all My heart becomes still, not empty, not silent but steady, like a quiet center that no longer reacts to every movement around it. I used to feel everything all at once, without space to understand or breathe between each moment. But now there is a pause, a gentle space where I can feel without being overwhelmed, where I can observe without losing myself in the process. The stillness doesn't take anything away, it gives something back, a sense of clarity, a sense of grounding, a sense of being present without needing to escape. And as I rest in that still heart, I begin to trust it, to trust that it knows how to move when it needs to, and how to rest when it doesn't. I don't need to force it, I don't need to question it. I only need to listen and allow it to guide me quietly, steadily, without urgency. And in that stillness I find strength, not loud, not visible, but deep and unshaken. My heart becomes still, not empty, not silent but steady, like a quiet center that no longer reacts to every movement around it. I used to feel everything all at once, without space to understand or breathe between each moment. But now there is a pause, a gentle space where I can feel without being overwhelmed, where I can observe without without losing myself in the process. The stillness doesn't take anything away, it gives something back, a sense of clarity, a sense of grounding, a sense of being present without needing to escape. And as I rest in that still heart, I begin to trust it, to trust that it knows how to move when it needs to, and how to rest when it doesn't. I don't need to force it. I don't need to question it. I only need to listen and allow it to guide me quietly, steadily, without urgency. And in that stillness I find strength, not loud, not visible, but deep and unshaken. There's an inner voice that speaks without sound, without words, yet somehow clearer than anything. I hear outside of myself. It doesn't shout, it doesn't demand attention. It waits patiently beneath the surface of thought, until I become quiet enough to notice it. used to ignore it, mistaking louder voices for truth, mistaking urgency for importance. But now I begin to recognize its tone. It's calm, it's steady presence that never tries to control, but always knows how to guide. I listen more closely, allowing its message to unfold naturally, without forcing meaning, without rushing to understand. And as I follow it gently, I find myself moving in ways that feel more aligned, more real. More connected to something deeper than logic or expectation. The voice doesn't tell me what to do. It reminds me of what I already know. And as I continue to listen, I realize I never lost this connection. I only forgot how to hear it. There is an inner voice that speaks without sound, without words, yet somehow clearer than anything I hear outside of myself. It doesn't shout, it doesn't demand attention. It waits patiently beneath the surface of thought until I become quiet enough to notice it. I used to ignore it, mistaking louder voices for truth, mistaking urgency for importance. But now I begin to recognize its tone. It's calm, it's steady presence that never tries to control, but always knows how to guide. I listen more closely, allowing its message to unfold naturally, without forcing meaning, without rushing to understand. And as I follow it gently, I find myself moving in ways that feel more aligned, more real, more connected to something deeper than logic or expectation. The voice doesn't tell me what to do. It reminds me of what I already know. And as I continue to listen, I realize I never lost this connection. I only forgot how to hear it. Healing happens slowly in ways I cannot always see, in changes that feel almost invisible until I look back and notice how far I've come. There is no sudden shift, no dramatic moment, just a quiet progression, a gentle movement towards something lighter, something more open. I used to want it to happen faster, to feel complete, to feel finished. But now I understand that healing is not a destination. It is a process that continues to unfold with each breath, with each moment of awareness. I allow it to move at its own pace, without rushing, without comparing it to anything else. And in that patience, I find something unexpected, a deeper sense of trust, a quiet belief that I'm exactly where I need to be. Even if I don't fully understand it yet. And as this slow healing continues, I begin to feel a change, not in what I see, but in how I feel, and how I respond, and how I allow myself to be. And that is enough. And that is enough. Healing happens slowly in ways I cannot always see, in changes that feel almost invisible, until I look back and notice how far I've come. There is no sudden shift, no dramatic moment, just a quiet progression, a gentle movement towards something lighter, something more open. I used to want it to happen faster, to feel complete, to feel finished. But now I understand that healing is not a something unexpected, a deeper sense of trust, a quiet belief that I am exactly where I need to be, even if I don't fully understand it yet. And as this slow healing continues, I begin to feel a change, not in what I see, but in how I feel, in how I respond, and how I allow myself to be. And that is enough. There is a quiet strength within me that doesn't need to prove itself. It doesn't need to be seen or recognized. It simply exists steady and present beneath everything I face. I used to think strength had to be loud, had to be visible, had to push through every obstacle with force. But now I see it differently. I see it in the way I remain calm, in the way I continue forward without rushing, in the way I allow myself to feel without losing control. This strength is not about resistance. It is about resilience, about staying grounded. Even when everything around me shifts, it is about trusting myself. Even when the path is unclear. And as I connect with this quiet strength, I feel a sense of stability that doesn't depend on external certainty. It comes from within, from a place that remains steady, regardless of what changes. And in that awareness, I find confidence, not in knowing everything, but in trusting that I can handle whatever comes. There is a quiet strength within me that doesn't need to prove itself. It doesn't need to be seen or recognized. It simply exists steady and present beneath everything I face. I used to think strength had to be loud, had to be visible, had to push through every obstacle with force. But now I see it differently. I see it in the way I remain calm, in the way I continue forward without rushing, in the way I allow myself to feel without losing control. Strength is not about resistance. It is about resilience, about staying grounded. Even when everything around me shifts, it is about trusting myself. Even when the path is unclear. And as I connect with this quiet strength, I feel a sense of stability that doesn't depend on external certainty. It comes from awareness of what changes, and in that awareness I find confidence not in knowing everything, but in trusting that I can handle whatever comes. There is a light within me that has never faded, even in moments when I couldn't see it, even when everything felt dark and uncertain, it remained quietly present, waiting for me to return to it, to remember it, to feel it again. I don't need to search for it outside of myself. I only need to become still enough to notice it, to allow it to rise naturally without forcing it into shape or meaning. The light grows softly, illuminating what I need to see, without overwhelming what needs time. It doesn't rush, it doesn't demand it, simply exists, steady and warm, guiding me back to a place of calm, a place of understanding, a place of quiet acceptance. I begin to trust this light, to follow it not as a direction, but as a presence that stays with me wherever I go. And as I move forward, I realize I am not searching anymore. I am remembering who I am beneath everything, beneath fear, beneath doubt, beneath explanation. And in that remembrance, I find peace, not temporary, not fragile, but deep and lasting. And as the light continues to glow within me, I understand that it's not or something I had to find. It was always something I to allow. has never faded, even in moments when I couldn't see it. Even when everything felt dark and uncertain, it remained quietly present, waiting for me to return to it, to remember it, to feel it again. I don't need to search for it outside of myself. I only need to become still enough to notice it, to allow it to rise naturally without forcing it into shape or meaning. The light grows softly, illuminating what I need to see without overwhelming what needs time. It doesn't rush, it doesn't demand, it simply exists, steady and warm, guiding me back to a place of calm, a place of quiet acceptance. Remembering who I am beneath everything, beneath fear, beneath faking. And in that remembrance I find peace, not temporary, not fragile, but deep and lasting. And as the light continues to glow within me, understand that it was there, something I had to find in. It was always something I